As the first rays of dawn shine out on the low plains below the Sulphura Hive on Black Reach, a contingent of Space Marines prepares for the inevitable Ork assault. Dark plumes of exhaust can be seen rising in the distance, and soon the low rumble of tanks and the roar of engines can be heard heralding the imminent arrival of the war boss's host. Soon, a low thumping can be felt on the ground beneath them. As it slowly gets stronger, they know it can only mean one thing. The Orks have brought a Stampa. Looking out across the desolate landscape, the right flank of the Imperial defenses strain to make out the approaching shapes. Soon enough, the elements of the Ultramarines' 1st Company and the Archangels chapter see the enemy headed at breakneck speed toward their lines. They know they must hold on so the 2nd Company can deal with the main Ork force. They prepare to give the order to fire. Alright guys, welcome to the channel's first Batrep. We got my son Hunter, we got Dylan and Austin here. Myself, we're going to be enacting the Battle of Black Reach. Alright, so here's the first company contingent. What you got, Dylan?
Alright, so first we have a Terminator squad with the assault cannon. The 2nd squadron with the assault Terminators, all with the thunder hammers and storm shields.
Okay.
Over here we have a tactical squad with the flamer. Over here we have our 2nd group of regular Terminators with a combi flamer and rocket launcher.
Okay.
Over here we have our 2nd group of assault Terminators with all thunder hammers, storm shields. And we have a Land Raider.
Looks good.
A assault bike with a multi-melta. Our 3rd group of Terminators with a assault cannon. Our 4th group with a rocket launcher, and then an Imperial Knight.
Awesome. Guys, take a look at this display board. Now, Dylan, get behind it. I want people to see just who made this. All right. So, us older guys, we got no excuse. We can make cool display boards too. All right. Let's take a look at the Archangels. All right. Go ahead.
So I have a Knight Paladin. I have a Contemptor Dreadnought with an assault cannon and a plasma cannon. I have a Predator equipped with all las, a Land Raider Crusader, an Honor Guard with 1 extra Honor Guard model, and a Chapter Master.
Okay.
I have 2 5-man Terminator squads, a Centurion squad with las and grav, and 3 tactical squads of 7.
Anything special in them?
A plasma cannon, las cannon, and heavy bolter.
Okay. All right. Good. So basically, they're just all bolters and then 1 heavy weapon each.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right.
So I have about 30 boys, and 2 of them have big shooters. All out front here are my Mega Knobs with Power Claws. To the side here and throughout here, I have 7 knobs.
That's gonna be a unit of knobs.
4 of them will be 1 unit, and then 3 of them will be with each group of boys.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
3 buggies here.
1 squadron or independent?
1 squadron.
Okay, good.
Here is Gazgul Thraka.
Awesome.
Here's my big mech,
Oh, nice.
and here's my war boss.
Okay, good. You got some big killing power here.
In the back here, we have my bike squad with a
Okay.
knob war boss.
Okay.
Here is one of my homemade trucks. Here's another one of my trucks, and then I have 2 battle wagons.
All right.
Right here, my Def Coptus,
Okay.
and then my Stampa.
Just finished this recently, huh?
Yep.
Just in time for Black Reach. All right, thanks. Okay, to round out the Orks forces here, I'm just bringing 3 boys squads. They're 10 boys plus a knob each. They're all identical. Each squad or mob has a big shooter, and the boss knob has a power claw and boss pole. They each have a dedicated transport. The truck on the right is stock. The two trucks, this truck in the center and left, both of those are stock, but they have the red paint job. Behind that is a Mech Boy Junka. That is with a boom gun on it. This is the my Flash Git squad or mob of 9. My War Boss. A 10 boy plus 1 knob unit of tank busters. The knob has a power claw, and I've got 3 Goliath mines. Those count as bomb squigs. Those are from Cromlech. I've got 6 mega knobs. Kind of what you see is what you get. There's one has a combi scorcher, one has a combi rocket. Got 4 def captives, one with the buzzsaw. The others have rocket launches. This one has the big shooters. These have rocket launches. Battle wagon with 2 big shooters. There's the Mecha Dread, 3 big shooters, Ripper Saw and Ripper Claw. And then my Battle Fortress. Battle Fortress has a reinforced ram, 3 Super Labas. That's what these are. Basically rocket launched bombs. And then 2 big shooters. Alright. Okay. That is the force. Alright, this is deployment. Looks like the they've interleaved their units fairly well. Don't know if that'll make a difference in command and control, but they've put most of their heavy armor-piercing weapons on their right or left flank. Night spaced throughout. Looks intimidating. Of course, the Orks know how to intimidate too. You see the wreckage of the previous week's battle. Some still smoldering. Looks like a juicy little target. So the Ork line approaching. There we go. So we're going to start this battle off in a moment, and we're going to see if the green tide of Orks and their metal monstrosities will break upon the rocks of the mighty Space Marines or sweep them away in a tsunami of Ork flesh. Okay, what do you guys got for warlord traits? Dylan?
I got the Iron Resolve, and that is a Feel No Pain special rule for my warlord.
Awesome.
I have Champion of Humanity, which allows any Imperium unit, ally, or just my army within 12 inches to re-roll failed pinning or morale tests.
Okay, what you got, Austin?
So I have the Prophet of the Wall.
That's Gosgill's standard one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, since he's your warlord, okay.
And then within the people or the models that have here we go special rule gain the fearless special rule when he calls a wall.
Awesome. We won't be breaking first turn. My warlord trait on the strategic table was my absolute favorite. Strategic Genius. +1 to seize the initiative roll. And not that we have reserves, but we would be able to reroll. Okay, Space Marines have the first turn, and the Orks do get a chance to steal initiative. Austin, since I've got the warlord trait, I'm going to go ahead and roll this one. Come on, 5 and 6. Oh, it was a 6. No, it's not. All right, so we go on to Space Marines turn 1. Okay, not much movement in the Space Marine phase, or turn. Land Raider Crusader, I think it is, moved up. Full, 12 inches. Knight moved through difficult terrain, 10. Nothing else. Everything pretty much held. This Knight tried to move forward, but didn't get very far. And this Land Raider pumped forward. Looks like only 6 inches. So they're kind of holding their positions pretty well. I don't think they're eager to get into a scrap right now.
I'm going to start with my Predator and shoot at the, what's that called again?
Mega Dread.
Mega
Okay,
Dread.
so the Predator firing All right, good line of sight. I'm not going to get much cover from the. I'm not getting any cover from that. So
Sounds
like a plan.
I've got my invuln save though, so go for it.
I only have 2 shots.
Two.
Blue is going to be twin linked.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're out of arc on the second one, the third one.
Twin linked
Okay, that was
and missed.
very good. So 1 shot, strength 9 against armor 13. Okay, right there in the middle.
Nope.
Awesome! He survived. Yay, new model syndrome didn't kick in. Oops, I shouldn't have said it so fast. There's still more shooting coming. I forgot about that.
Alright, Land Raider.
Okay.
It's gonna fire at the Mega Dread.
Okay, what you firing first?
I'll do this one.
Well, both sides are going to be able to hit.
yeah.
So, okay, last game first. We got it. Oh gosh, don't roll 6s anymore. Okay, 3 and a 2. Okay, that is nothing. Holy cow! He survived. Yes. See, it's this fancy electric lightning force field effects that's doing it. That's doing it. Yep. See, that's, orcs believe it. It makes it real.
Alright.
What you got?
My Centurions are going to shoot at the Mega Dread as well.
Oh, okay.
Nah. Actually, I'm going to change that. I'm going to shoot at that truck right there.
Okay, this truck
Yep, 2 lads.
of boys. This is gonna hurt. Maybe.
Both
Okay,
twin
sorry.
linked.
Nothing on the first. Okay.
1
What
hit.
you got? All right, good. Auto glance. I
Alright.
do get a night fighting save. Go ahead. It's a pen, of course. 6 up cover.
Nope.
Oh, that's not a cover save. Okay, it's a pen. Hold on, I get to do ramshackle. On a 6, this becomes a glance. Knight's targeting lit.
The rapid fire battle cannon be firing at the Stampa.
Oh, okay. Gee, I wonder if you got range. Yeah. All right. Center. And wow, that's a scatter. 6 inches. It's still going to clip. Because even if you do the flip +1, you're still going to clip the back. Ooh. And you pick up 2 bikes.
Alright, I'll take that.
Ouch. Bikes get a cover shade.
Oh, yeah, that
Hold on a second.
Oh,
Wait.
Doesn't move.
The second one does not move, so it's a direct hit. So 2 on the Stampa, 2 on the bikes. Let's see if the bikes have any type
you
of
want to do
cover.
bikes first?
Yep. And the closest bike is here, and he's going to get a cover save. Okay. Yep. 14 front armor. So there is a glance, and there's nothing. All right. Anything but? Oh no. Yeah. Anything but on the bikes. 2. There are 2 of them on. 2 bikes. So that's okay. That looks good. So you get 2 cover saves. Basically 5 up +1 for night fighting. So it's 4 up. Yeah, no need to change at this point. 1 dead. So he's the closest. Yep. Alrighty. Is that a knob?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 1 wound then because he's got 2
He's got
two wounds and he's a strength. Their toughness 5.
Alright.
Alright, good. So just mark him with 1. Alright. So orbital bombardment. Where are you going to place that?
Going to place.
Oh man, picking on my Junko, that's not fair.
yes.
Okay, that should get 3. And you're going to catch both? Okay, all 4. Okay, so 1 hit on the Junko, 2 on the Def Coptas, and 1 on the truck. Let's do the Def Coptas first. 2 anything buts. And you get a cover save on that one. Okay, 2 cover saves, 4 up. Okay, they're good. On the Junka, you need a 2 to glance. That's not a good. That's not good at all. So my mistake. That's a barrage.
Yep.
It landed over here, so they don't get a cover save. Okay, the Junka blows up. Roll the distance. 5 inches. That's not good. Can't hurt the side of this. It is not close far enough to reach this truck. Roll a d6. On a 6, it's going to glance that truck. Good. And now roll the pen result on that truck +3. Good. It's just stunned, or now it's just shaken basically. So my poor little junk is gone. Okay, that's a bummer. Okay, shooting phase for Space Marines started out pretty ineffective, but then built as it went on. Land Raiders and the Predator did nothing to the Mega Dread. Fire from the Centurions did pop the truck and got the boys out. Some ancillary fire from around took out a couple boys. They made their morale checks. No damage to any of the battle wagons. Fire came down on these two trucks. Immobilized this one, put 2 hull points on it. Orbital bombardment came down and took out the remainder of the Death Copters, which were initially taken out by the battle cannon from the Titan, or Knight. Orbital bombardment took out the Junka, exploded it completely, and basically took another hull point off that truck. That was mean. So that's when they really did well. Buggies were taken out through sustained fire from Land Raider. Nothing really focused on the Stampa. And the one thing that did manage to try to wound the bikes, but they made their saves. So the Ork lines have been put into a little bit of disarray, but I don't think they've been blunted enough. So now we're going to go on to, looks like there's nothing that can charge on the Space Marine side. So now it's going on to Ork Turn 1.
Awesome.
All right, Ork movement. As you can see, the Ork line has completely advanced forward. Bikes and Stampa move forward. Battle wagon only moved forward 6 to allow it to do some shooting. Ork boys came out of the truck, moved up behind the truck, and moved up. Battle wagon moved forward full 12. Battle Fortress. Battle wagon also up 12. Battle wagon made dangerous terrain checks and vaulted over the rocks to get its position. Trucks went forward with their boys. These boys, unfortunately, in difficult terrain, could only move 4 inches and made it only that far. The bikes moved, Death Copters moved up, and unfortunately, the Mecha Dread, which can only move like a walker, moved forward 6 inches, and now has a 10-inch charge range on the Land Raider. Not playing out at Ork shooting. All right, the Ork shooting phase, not as productive as we'd hoped. The shots from the Def Cannon, though they did move a little bit, they unfortunately did not really wound anything. They were going after the units that were around there. Didn't take out much. In fact, they whiffed on the Vindicator and they rolled a 1 on the attack bike, so that survived. The Gatling cannon fired away at these units and took out a couple Space Marines. That's essentially all the big shooters did on this side, is just taking out little piddly Space Marines here or there. The big lob is here. Did a number on the squad that was there, and left only 1 survivor who was taken out by just a ton of shots from big shooters and shooters everywhere. The tank busters failed to do anything to that Knight, and these boys ran. These Def Copters took out 1 of the Space Marines there. The trucks that could move flatted out all the way, and the Mega Dread is just moved forward 6. Doesn't have anything that can hurt that Land Raider, so he'll be doing a charge, hopefully 10-inch charge, and the Stampa here needs a 9-inch charge to get to the Knight. Okay, so let's go on to the Ork assault phase. So let's do the Stampa charge first. You need a 9 to get in. Come on, make it good. 9, got it, yes! Okay, so Stampa makes it in. I'll go ahead and roll for my Mega Dread here. Needs a 10. Does it work? A 12! Yes! Awesome! Okay. Say bye to your Land Raider. We'll do the Stampa first.
Just wait till something pops out.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, the Knight gets to shoot or attack first. He only gets 4 shots though. But these are D strength, so you're hitting on 4s, and you're not going to kill it. Oh, I don't know. You can. D weapons, you do. Oh yeah, D right there. Don't roll 6s. Okay, that's 3 hits. Now, roll the type of shot, the D strength.
On all of them?
Yep. 1 is nothing. 6 is D6 plus 6 health points. That's the bad one. Everything else is D3. Okay, 3 D3. So go ahead and roll those. And that's the number. D3's number of health points taken off. Okay, 3, 6, 7 hull points taken off.
Wow.
Yeah. Now it's your turn to do that. Okay, so fives, you need five dice. You need 4s to hit.
All of them?
Oh,
Except for
no.
one.
Okay, so 4 hits. These are all D hits. Okay, let's roll nice. Okay, oh, 6! That one does nothing. So 2 D3s and a D6 plus 6. So it just went kaboom.
All right.
So now, let's get the big,
Where's the giant?
right behind you. Let's scatter this little baby here. Scatter it.
I know.
Which direction? Oh! It moves forward 7 inches. So it's going to be here, and it's only going to catch the Stampa. So roll the strength.
1.
D6, yep. So the D is missing, but the 10 isn't. So 10, strength 10 on the side of the Stampa, so 2's the glance. Yep, just one. That's a glance, a pen. That takes a hull point, and roll the type. See if it's +1. Nope, cocked.
Yes. Redemption.
Oh! Yes! Another D3 hull points.
All right.
If he rolls a 3 or higher, the Stampa blows up.
Yes!
But
All right.
taking that away.
Well, depends on where it
That
scatters.
happened.
Okay.
Hold on, I just take a picture for Mr. Baker.
Okay, bad things are happening here. Okay. All right.
I think that since I was actually
Oh,
with
man.
Oh, wow.
I was hoping
I didn't know
stay
I could
longer.
kill
Yeah. Okay, let's. Oh man. Okay.
Kindred killed it with
Let's go ahead and scatter this.
Now I was looking worried on
Go ahead and scatter.
which I can take.
That was awesome.
I can take.
Straight on. Okay. Roll the explosion type,
That's dead, and your guys very well.
and it's also a 5. So this is again strength 10 on this. So 1 shot. Okay. That is a glancing hit. So 1 hull point on this.
Do I have to do my guys inside?
Nope. Correction. Okay. It's not. Guys, it's strength 10, AP 3, so it didn't get to +1. It was a 6, nothing. It still has 2 hull points left. My mistake.
Dang it.
Oh.
Okay, so that's gone. You have 2 hull points left.
I get that roll.
At the end over here, my Mega Dread gets to slice open this beautifully painted Land Raider. So we're going to use a Ripper Saw here, and we're going to get 4 attacks. Whoops. Okay. Hitting on 3s. Oh, only 3 hits. Okay. It is strength 10, so 4's to glance. Nothing. However, I get to roll again because these have Sunder. Sunder rule basically gives it the Tank Hunter rule. So again, 4s, and I have a pen and a glance. Now these are AP 2, so the pen is just shaken.
So what's in your stoppers?
Can I help you?
What's in?
No,
A big one.
he helped you get the
Okay, it's Space Marines turn 2. All right, go on movement phase. All right, so Space Marine movement phase. Terminators with Thunderhammers disgorged out of the Land Raider, and let's see here. Nope, no movement here. Terminators moved up. Vindicator turned around to get a shot at something in the way. Space Marine Terminators came out of the Bastion. The ones on top went back in. Honor Guard has moved forward, hiding behind the tank, the attack bike, since it's surviving so well. The other Terminators moving out to support the charge that's coming from the Orks on this flank. Terminators came out, and there should be all of them hit here. There's a little mistake there. Predator moved. These guys came out, disgorged. They need to stay 1 inch away from the model and within unit coherency, so let's get this slightly adjusted here. Okay. Alrighty. And that's time for Space Marine shooting. Okay, end of Space Marine shooting. It's not tremendously effective. They did whittle some stuff down. Popped the truck. Did not explode it, just wrecked it. Take the boys out. Took a couple boys out with it. Put another hull point on, or a single hull point on the battle wagon. Actually, both battle wagons. Over here, the bikes, war bikes, were sent running from assault cannon, heavy bolter fire, or hurricane bolter fire from the Land Raider. Over here, we've got, unfortunately, the one truck these were in did blow up, and the boys got out. They did get whittled down a bit, made the morale check, so they're in good order. The truck next to it did not take any fire. It's still loaded with boys. On the Mega Dread, they put one hull point on it. It was immobilized, but that's all they did to it. So now it's about to start the assault phase. Ouch, the assault phase was murder. They put the last two hull points on that Stampa, and unfortunately their shield saves kept them from getting D'd out, so that didn't go so well. Everyone inside, all his Mega Knobs, the War Boss, and his Big Mech are dead. Gazgo is the only survivor with no wounds taken. Unfortunately, when the explosion occurred, it shifted over into the area here and took out all the Space Marines that were in here. Did not hurt on this side. The Thunderhammers put two hull points on that, and it took three hull points, only saved one, so ended up losing my Mega Dread. Didn't blow up, so unfortunately he's just there, didn't do anything back. So losing a lot here. The attack has definitely been blunted, but there's still a lot left on the Orc side to do damage.
I don't know.
All right, that's the end of the movement phase for the Orcs. We got the war bikes regrouped and went forward 3. They'll just do some snap shooting into the Terminators, I'm sure. Over here we had the battle wagon move forward 6 and disgorge. Boys in this burning truck move forward a bit, so the ones back here. Mega Knobs poured out of the battle fortress, so did the unit of Knobs and the War Boss. Actually part of the joined the tank busters, who popped out of their transport and are 1 inch away from that knight. With the boarding plank on the battle wagon, there's no way they'll not get into close combat this turn. Over here, the boys ran up, and these boys are ready to engage. Those boys disgorged from the last truck, and they're going to be able to split up on both of those two vehicles. They'll hit the vehicle and the Space Marines. Death Copters move forward full distance. They're going to pop into the back there to get away from these Terminators.
Because there was a guy on
So now let's
Facebook
go on to the Orc
that-
shooting. Okay, shooting phase went out pretty well. One Terminators came down to Gazgo's shooting. Not much happened in this section here. Over in the middle here, a lot of firing took down 2 of these Terminators. One of the Honor Guard. Let's see what else happened here. Not a whole lot. Whittled down on these Space Marines. Took out with a precision shot from the knob from here. Actually took out the heavy bolter.
All that stuff.
Not much else doing. But the attack bike did get done. The super lavas or big lavas from the fortress came down and did all the damage here.
It's me.
Yep. All right. So now we're going on to the Orc assault phase.
Put the knight back on the table.
All right.
Smoke on top of it.
This is the results of the Orc close combat. Took out the Predator as well as the entire squad that was in there. Consolidated back across the wall to force the Terminators to attack or hopefully fail a charge. Don't know if that'll really work. I only rolled a 4-inch consolidation. Tank Bustas took out the Titan. Unfortunately, it took all of them to do it. So the Stomps got off and did some lost a few Tank Bustas to it. The command squad has gone to the Mega Knobs, who moved up to the door to keep the Terminators in the Bastion locked up in there. Lost a couple Terminators here. The boys and Knobs closed in. They're isolated in close combat here. And that pretty much covers the Ork close combat phase.
That's what all those bit parts are for. The two newest projects.
Okay, movement phase. There's not much movement over here. I'm probably going to charge Gazgul. Terminators came out of the Bastion, and the Contemptor redirected itself. They are not really running away. They're just metal, so they're falling down if they face the Orks. So they did move forward. Over here, we'we've got the battle continuing. They're locked in combat. Terminators inside decided to stay there for a bit. Nothing's moved up here. Terminators came out, redirected, not sure what they're going to be doing next. This Terminator moved up to get near them. The Land Raider simply turned 90 degrees to line up some shots, and Terminators moved forward and engaged some boys, it looks like. Alright, so that's all the Space Marine movement. Now going on to Space Marine shooting. Well, Gazgul tanked a lot of shots coming from las cannons and plasma cannons and assault cannons and everything that threw at it. Didn't take any wounds. Vindicator blasted in, so did some storm bolters, and did a good job, a good number on those Ork boys. I need a morale check on those Orks there. There's 4 left, and they make it. They're good. They're happy. Alrighty. Let's see. This combat's about to continue. Nothing happened over in this quadrant except 1 Death Cop taken out and 1 wound put on the next one. Good jinx saves there. Alright, moving on to Space Marine Assault Phase. Okay, Gazgul was charged and the Terminators are all gone. He consolidated up here toward the Land Raider to obviously take that one out next. Those Marines failed their charge. Didn't take any Overwatch though. Over here, 2 boys and 1 of the Terminators are gone. They held their morale, and because of the mob rule, rolled a 1 on the mob rule, and because they're in close combat, they automatically pass. Other than that, that was the result of the Space Marine close combat phase. Now moving into Orks, turn 3. Alright, so Space Marine movement, they're staying there. That's during the shooting phase. This is the only movement phase. So the bikes are moving over to support the right. They'll be going flat out yet again. Then turbo boosting. Boys came up a bit. Those boys moved up a bit. They're still locked in combat there. The fun occurred over on the other side of the table here, where the tank busters got back into the battle wagon. War Boss moved off. He was trying to join that Mega Knob, but didn't get far enough, and the Mega Knob couldn't reach him, so he just stayed put against the building.
There we go.
These boys came up around the edge here after the truck with the reinforced ram came in and tank shocked the Terminators here who were here. We rolled a 12 on the morale check, and a 6 fell off the table edge. So that was, the truck paid for itself, and then some. Of course, this Terminator is going to kill it real quick. That allowed the other boys to come up, and I think we're going to put some hits on that building. And Deca Jets moved over here and seek some cover, get away from some close combat, and do some shooting with their rockets. Alright, that's the summary of the Ork movement phase. On to shooting. Alright, Ork shooting phase. Not as productive. We did take out 2 Terminators here, and 1 Terminator here. But that's really, it took a wound off Centurion, but not much else was done. It's Ork shooting. What do you expect? Okay, on to assaults. Okay, the Ork close combat phase, assault phase was very profitable. Gazgul did put three penetrating hits on the Land Raider and immobilized it. Over here, the boys are locked in combat. Didn't dish out any wounds. Didn't take any wounds. Over here, the knobs tore through the Chapter Master, and the knobs are coming up toward the Vindicator. The other knobs are staying close to the Bastion. The Bastion took 2 hull points from the Mega Knob, who attacked it with his Power Claw. The War Boss trying to charge in there failed his charge. And over here, the Power Claws on the 2 knobs, the 2 different boys, collapsed this ruin, taking out one of the Centurions, who took a wound during shooting, and there are 2 remaining. Over here, in this combat, no wounds given on either side. So that's where we stand now. Going on to Space Marines, turn 4. Okay, Land Raider's immobilized, so it stays put and is going to get pummeled by Gazgul one more time. Terminators move forward, ostensibly to pretty much engage that battle wagon, I'm sure. Locked in combat. Terminators came out of this door, and the survivors are going to engage that Mega Knob. Now, it turns out, I forgot to mention, that the Mega Knob put 2 hull points on there and actually did some structural damage, caused actually 2 wounds, unsaved wounds into the Terminators inside. So that was a Terminator squad of 5. There's not much left. The Centurions moved out of the cover. I'm not quite sure why. And the Land Raider moved up to try to get a clear shot at the immobilized truck to try to gain another kill point. All right, now we're going to shooting phase for the Space Marine. All right, shooting from the Space Marines up here took out the lone knob after the Vindicator took out the first 3 knobs of that squad. Over here, they're preparing to charge. No shooting done out of that. Let's see what else happened. Looking over here, the Land Raider did fire its shot and took out the last hull point on the truck. But over here, the Space Marine Centurions with the las cannons took out the truck that tank shocked their buddies. So that's a kill point there. Okay, so the Space Marines did a pretty good job in theirs. 1 boy lost here, and they made the morale check.
Because they're going to be doing a magic.
Over here, took out the Mega Knob and consolidated toward the
I don't even know if Rufus is going to be
War Boss.
Friday night.
And over here, they took out the last of the knobs, the boys, but lost 2 Terminators in the process. So, pretty fair exchange across the board. The battle's definitely far from over. Gazgul was able to destroy that Land Raider, and I don't think those Terminators who failed their charge into the battle wagon are going to be expecting Gazgul in their back. Okay. All right, now we're going on to the Orks turn 4. Gazgul emerges from the flames and wreckage of the Stampa and Knight to the back of these Terminators after killing Land Raider. War bikes have moved up. Battle wagon has moved up as well. The Knob and his boy have moved closer to try to attack the Vindicator, supported by some boys here. The War Boss is backed into the Battle Fortress. Battle Fortress backed away to get away from these Terminators. But the Battle Wagon with the tank buses came up 6 inches, unloaded these guys who are going to go after the building. Over here, the small squad moved around to try to engage the Centurions. The larger squad moved around the ruined bastion to again engage them. Trying to leave these stranded so nothing gets hurt. However, that battle wagon is coming over to try to do some damage here. Death Copters moved back. Got it right this time. Death Copters moved back to try to take out the Land Raider with some glancing shots. Yeah, it's Ork shooting, so not very likely. All right, let's see what Ork shooting phase. Okay, that was the shooting phase. We've got big lobas came back in here and took out, they scattered but took out one Space Marine. Gazgul and some shooting here took out 2 of the Terminators. Let's see, nothing else happened over here. The tank bustas fired in the building and glanced it to death and took care of the rubble there. Over here, the 2 Terminators, snaz guns took out 1, and additional shooting from the big shooters took out the other. 1 wound was put on here from their sluggas, and that about did it. The Def Coptas didn't do anything to the Land Raider. Now it's time for Ork assault phase. All right, so Gazgul stands alone. Did you consolidate him at all? D6? Okay. How far did you go? Yeah. Okay, Gazgul did take 1 wound in the exchange. Failed to feel no pain, but took out his knobs, and he's going to consolidate 5 inches. Definitely go toward that contemptor. Alrighty, and then unfortunately these boys ran back. These 2 here. They survived, but failed initiative. Failed the morale. So that's probably going to be another charge. Vindicator took 1 hull point to the knob and the boys. Unfortunately, it's the boy who put the hull point on it. So that's going to be some interesting fights. Over here, the Centurions fell to the combined Power Fist attacks by the 2 knobs, and that ended the Ork close combat phase. Okay, there's not much to move on the Space Marine side, so Contemptor tried to move over the wall, tripped, didn't go very far. The Terminators moved up to engage the boys yet again. Vindicator stayed in its place, and these boys Terminators decided to move up and try to take out that battle wagon. Looks like the Land Raider has turned pivoted to do his own fire to it. And that's it for the Space Marines. Not much to do with the shooting phase. Down here, the Space Marines try to take out the knobs and boys, but they made their saves. The assault cannon cleaned them out though, but the Vindicator tried to hit these boys and took out one of the Terminators here instead, scattered, but the Terminators did take out the fleeing boys. That's it with the shooting phase. On this end, the Land Raider failed to damage the battle wagon. Now onto the charge phase, or assault phase for this. Okay, that hurts. The only real damage done here was the Terminators blew up the battle wagon. That was it.
I think
So,
Space Marines are
Space Marines are definitely hurting here. It's time to go on to Orks Turn 5. Alright, it's interesting movement phase. We had Gazgul come up behind the Contemptor. The Warbikes coming up to try to lay some fire into the
there's a whole
Bastion
point
guys.
behind putting the battle wagon.
There's the battle wagon. Decided to ram the Vindicator and actually took a hull point off. Nothing returned.
There's a point to that.
Okay, the boys are getting ready to charge. The tank busters loaded into the battle wagon, positioned themselves for side shots on the Vindicator. Boys ran forward. Death Copters ran away, just to the other side to keep so they can get some shots on the Land Raider. The Battle Fortress stayed put so that the Flash Gits can use their Git finders and get Ballista Skill 3 to hit those Terminators. Okay, on to Ork shooting. Okay, the shooting phase was pretty good. Yeah, the Warbikes and took out a couple there, as well as big lava fire. The Tank Hunters did in fact take out the Vindicator.
Some other crap at you.
Nothing done there. They ran. Snaz guns took out one of the Terminators, and the War Boss took out the second Terminator, leaving one more. So I'll need to do a morale check there. And the Def Coptas, Gazgul did take out the Contemptor with taking no wounds back. Lost a boy and a Terminator in this combat, and that's the end of the attack phase, assault phase. So we're going to go on to see, and we're going to see if the game continues. Oh wait, yep, we have to roll a d6. Dylan, go ahead and roll a d6, see if the game continues on a 3+. No, it ends. Okay. All right, we'll be back and we will total up the points. Okay, that was a close one.
Wait, did you make sure you counted that one?
Oh, and the Contemptor. So yeah, we made it by 2. Yeah.
Wait, you didn't kill the Contemptor?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. All right, the score ended up being 20 23 to 21
See,
in favor of the Orks.
I-
Holy cow!
I played
Oh,
Orks.
man.
I demand a recount.
I tell you.
What happened?
And that
Yeah.
is the carnage left behind.
Count it sluggies, we kind of.
Okay. The Imperial positions held out admirably against the Ork onslaught. With the destruction of the Stampa, the Ork threat was significantly reduced. However, once the full weight of the Ork tide crashed upon the Space Marine lines, it would be the rocks of the Imperial right flank that would be swept aside, the few Space Marine remnants insufficient to prevent the Orks from pressing into the Planetary Defense Force lines to the rear. Fortunately, the 2nd Company was more successful at repelling the Ork horde and was able to shift part of their force to prevent a complete overrun and breach into the Hive City itself. It is now known why the Ultramarine battle records appear to be incomplete, and the Archangel's chapter history makes no mention of Black Reach.